Okay, well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for making it today. This is our monthly stakeholder coffee update. It's an opportunity for us to give you an update on all the different things that SEDP has been working on and trying to do to certainly right now help our companies get through the pandemic. But also, we like this to be an opportunity for networking, for you all to meet each other and learn, what you do, and maybe possibly there might be some chances to work together. So even though we're not in person today, and we're all calling in and zooming in virtually from around the area, I would like to have everyone introduce themselves. I think it's important that we all know who's here and what everybody does. I think that's a very important part. So what I'd like to do, I can't really go in order. We can't really go around the room so much here. But I do have some names in front of me. So maybe what we'll do is we can simply call some names out and then I will, and then you can just introduce yourself and we'll go from there. So I'm actually going to go in alphabetical order here by the participant list. And so if you want to, I'll call your name, jump on, say who you are, and what your business or organization is. So Charmaine Fletcher. Charmaine.
Hi, Charmaine Fletcher, Shiawassee RESD, CTE Director for the county.
Thank you, Charmaine. Cindy Sanders.
Good morning, Cindy Sanders, Serve Pro Restoration. We have a new building on Main Street in Owasso, and we'll be moving in there soon. Thank you.
So, thanks, Cindy. Becky Dalkey.
Good morning. My name is Becky Dalkey. I'm the Community Resource Manager at Memorial Healthcare.
Thanks, Becky. Gail, welcome. This is your first time on one of these.
Yes,
Councilwoman, excuse me.
Yeah.
Councilwoman from Langsburg.
Yep, some newly appointed council member. And I'm also rehabbing a one of the building fronts here, which is the old Opera House in Langsburg. And I am a retired CPA. So I'm hoping to start networking outside of my town a little bit too.
Hey, thanks for coming. Our brand new chamber executive, Greg Klapko.
Good morning, everyone. Good to see you. I see some new faces there, which is great. And I'm brand spanking new here at the chamber. I was with Baker College for 20 years, and I worked through Baker College. But I'm now in my second week as the president and CEO of the chamber. I'm very excited to be here, and can't wait to get started and work with a lot of you. Justin and I have already had a meeting, and we're working on several things where we can collaborate. So I look forward to working with many of you.
Awesome. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate the partnership. You're going to see our organization working more collaboratively with the chamber on different opportunities going forward. So stay tuned on that. Jennifer Marsh. Jennifer.
Good morning. Glad to be here. Jennifer Marsh with First National Bank of Michigan. I'm a commercial lender. We have just opened our branch in the downtown Lansing area, but we are serving Clinton and Shiawassee counties as well. We opened it during the pandemic, so we were there for about a month, and now we're back home again. So anyway, but it's good to see everyone. Thank you.
Thanks for joining, Jennifer. From one financial person to another, John Knickerbocker, PFCU.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good to see everybody. Yes, I'm John Knickerbocker, Community Engagement Coordinator with PFCU Credit Union. It's just great to see everyone. We are, I'm back myself. Our branches are open, but for limited appointments only right now. But all of our ATMs, our interactive teller machines, all that is still working. So we're still able to take care of our members. So good to see everyone.
Thanks, John. Laura from the Y.
Good morning, everybody. Laura Archer at the Shiawassee Family YMCA. I'm the CEO here. We are adjusting on the fly as everybody else is. We've welcomed our members back for about 2 months now. Excited to have them here. And I just wanted to share that we have distributed over 100,000 pounds of food since this pandemic has started. And so that's a new mission-driven arena that the YMCA has been able to step in. And so that is something that I'm really proud of our organization and the efforts, because we have a lot of volunteers who help. So I just wanted to give that shout out that if you know people who may be in need, reach out to us. You know, we're connected to the Hunger Network. But that food, when I added everything up and I realized how much it was, I thought, holy cow, that's a lot of food to distribute. So I just wanted to share that this morning. That's our good news of the day.
Thank you, Laura. And I did participate in a mobile food distribution a couple months ago. And if you've not done it yet, you really should. It's a great experience to help those in need. It goes super fast too. Really, really good experience. So thank you, Laura, for what you're doing. Lena.
Hello, good morning. My official title is Community and Business Liaison. I'm housed at the Shiawassee RESD. I support the career and technical education programs, Mid-Michigan MySTEM, and SEDP.
Okay. Another one of our education friends, Lori Thayer.
Good morning, Lori Thayer, Mid-Michigan MySTEM Region Director. Our fiscal, like Lena just pointed out, is at the Shiawassee. So glad to be on.
Thanks, Lori. Lucy Ham.
Good morning. I just wanted to say hello, and this is nice to have a meeting anyway, even though we can't be in person. I will just say we are super thankful that even with the orders that just came down a couple days ago, we're still able to show properties. We couldn't do that for 3 months in the spring, and it was pretty tough to help buyers and sellers, you know, with FaceTime and Skype and all that. It's pretty hard to do all of that, but it, you know, it works. So we're doing what we can, but we're super thankful that we're still able to do business. So I wanted to remind you, downtown Corunna City Center, we've got some great spaces available for lease, and they're really nice. Some are ready to go, some are not, but keep it in mind if you have somebody that needs some extra space.
That's good to know. It's right across from the courthouse for those that are familiar with downtown Corunna. So thank you, Lucy.
You're welcome.
You've done a great job, by the way, in filling some great buildings in the area, including the old Pleasant View, couple buildings actually there. So exciting stuff. Fred Pittman, how you doing, Fred?
Not bad, Justin, yourself. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, we're plugging away.
Hey, I'm the local Veterans Employment Representative, and I'm with the Genesee, Shiawassee, Thumb Regions, Great Lakes Bay, and Capillary Michigan Works. So I'm all about employment opportunities as far as our veterans are concerned. So get out to my partners, which includes the Michigan Works staff, and of course, I know Chris Schuler pretty well. Thanks.
Thanks, Fred. We talk about connections here, folks. So Lucy, I don't know if you're actually aware, but Lucy helped bring a new veterans facility to the old Pleasant View. We've talked about it here before, Fiddler's Green. And Lucy, so you know, they actually just reached out. They're looking for a new facilities director there. And they'd like to have somebody that has experience working with veterans. So before you came on the call, I was talking with Fred about connecting them to see if he could find somebody through his veterans network to fill that position. So that's how it works.
I have somebody that I'll call because there's a group in Flushing that they only work for veterans. I think it's called CORE, and they redo vans and vehicles for veterans that are disabled. So I'll call them and see if they know of somebody.
Very good, thank you. Hey Sam, we got another councilwoman on the phone. Samantha Fountain.
Thanks, Justin. This is Samantha Fountain with PTAC at the Flint and Genesee Chamber of Commerce. We help small businesses get government contracts.
And newly elected council member in Swartz Creek.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Sam. All right, Jim Schwinn, Chemical Bank, excuse me, TCF Bank. I apologize.
That's good. That's good. Good morning, Justin. Thanks. The merger still set. Good morning, everyone. Great to be joining here virtually. As Justin mentioned, I'm a Legacy Chemical Bank employee. The merger was finalized this past August 10th, and great things are coming. I actually have a awesome program that we just rolled out this week for women and minority-owned businesses. A $5 billion, 5-year, $1 billion commitment. So very exciting. Details to come. As soon as I get some marketing materials out, be sure to pass those out to the group. Now, I'm based in Owasso at our main branch on 100 East Main, and look forward to helping anybody that's nearby.
Great. Thanks, Jim. So yeah, please send me information on that. And by the way, you know, and I just want to make sure you're all aware of this, you know, we obviously send out a lot of emails. You guys know that. But if you have information, you know, like that, please pass that along. Email that to us, and we can help get some of that information out to the distribution list. Tyler, the Brabander, our MEDC representative.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Tyler DeBray-Bander. I'm the Business Development Manager covering Shiawassee County at the MEDC, Michigan Economic Development Corporation, working with companies here on growth opportunities and connecting to state resources as well.
Thank you, my friend. I got a few others. Let's see here. Oh, I see Andrea joined from American Recycling. Hey, Andrea.
Good morning.
Thanks for jumping on. I got a couple of other numbers on here that don't have names. So if you have not yet introduced yourself, please do jump in.
Hi, Justin. It's Rich Doherty.
Hey, Rich. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So, Wink's around and listening as well. So, just wanted to say that, you know, you've done a great job, you know, when we did everything when the pandemic first started. And, you know, we think that, you know, this is a short-term thing, and I hope that we can see it for the future where this goes away. So, thanks.
Thanks, Rich. Anybody else on the call that has not introduced themselves?
Hi, Justin. This is Kim from the Shiawassee Community Foundation.
Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you jumping on. Do you want to real quick give an update on Raise Up Shiawassee? I know that's kicking off here soon.
Yes, we actually have a meeting coming up right after this at 9 o'clock with all the nonprofits. We have 25 nonprofits participating. The Giving Tuesday event day is December 1st, but we have a billboard up. We're very happy to have a billboard on the corner of Corona Avenue and the end of Washington Street there, where Corona Avenue dead ends in, and that Watkins Brother donated. And we also will have a banner up in the center of town. We're very excited to have 25 nonprofits participate. And the goal this year is $100,000 for all the nonprofits and 100 hours of volunteer service donated. The nonprofits are all struggling right now, and they're asking for any donation to keep them and their doors open so they can continue their important work in the community.
Thank you, Kim, and we very strongly support this, and we'll be sending out some information. You have for lack of a better term, almost a menu of different organizations and giving opportunities, and so we'll be sharing that with our distribution list. If you or your organization can help out, that would be much appreciated. Anybody else that has not introduced themselves yet? Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and jump in. And once again, many of you are regulars here, but there's some new ones. This is sort of a rapid fire stuff we're working on. Give you a few nuggets here. If you have any questions, feel free to jump in, or if you need follow-up afterward, please let me know. Really the big story right now, obviously, you know, trying to help businesses through the pandemic, but I'll tell you, one area we've really focused heavily on here in the last several weeks is in the food category. For those of you that follow me on social media know I've been pushing very hard to eat local, to, you know, go into restaurants and now get takeout from restaurants, carry out, things like that. I think it's very critical we support our food businesses and all of our small businesses during this time. So pushing that very hard. But in addition to that, we've got a few other things that we wanted to highlight. One that has really taken off in just about 3 weeks now has been a new business in the Vernon area called Market Wagon. Some of you have probably purchased from that. I literally just got a text 2 minutes ago from one of our local food vendors that said, taking our 4th order to Market Wagon this morning, each one bigger than the previous week. Very happy to have this added revenue stream. For those that don't know, this is an Amazon of local food business. They're headquartered in Indianapolis. They have set up shop here for a central Michigan distribution hub. They are essentially using their e-commerce platform and delivery system to bring local food producers to customers through online ordering and home delivery. And so our food companies, our farmers market businesses, our bakeries, our restaurants can make their product, deliver it to Vernon, and then it gets delivered to customers in a 10-county region. And it really opens up opportunity for our folks to expand their customer base, which is more critical than very impactful already. As I said, we're trying to grow our vendor base. We're trying to grow our customer base. We did a call on Monday this week with representatives of Market Wagon, and actually we recorded that call. It is on our YouTube page if anyone would like to know more about what that Market Wagon program is all about. A couple of other items as it relates to food. We actually had a competition. I'll call it a Shark Tank type competition for food businesses in Shiawassee County. 6 of them involved. I won't rattle them off now, but some really nice local small food businesses that are all going to get some free services from our Small Business Development Center, MSU Product Center, a few other resource providers to help them grow their small food business. It was called the Small Batch Support Program. So you might have saw some emails on that. That went off very, very well. So that's 6 businesses that are helped directly to try to help them to grow. We also had, along with that, I mentioned MSU Product Center, Jody on our team. Jody, you participated in a webinar with MSU Product Center, which is a specific business assistance program for anybody trying to start or grow a small food business. Is there anything you want to mention on that, Jody?
Yeah, I am actually waiting for a recording that we can forward out to everybody, but they gave some really good information and very specific information on how to market your product, how to make videos. So a lot of very detailed, good information, and hopefully we'll have a recording to send out to everybody soon for that.
Great. Thank you, Jody. More to come on that. And actually another business success story to come out of this. This was just announced. And once again, this is how this economic development connection stuff works. I had a council member in Durand reach out to me and say, we need a bakery in downtown Durand. Who do you know? So I actually went out to my Rolodex of bakers in the area, and Tammy Hart, some of you know Tammy in Langsburg, Tammy responded to a message from me and said, I'm interested. I connected him, and she just signed a lease. She's opening another location in downtown Durand. I'd go with one in Langsburg. So that's really, really exciting to see. So, once again, this is an area where we're going to continue to work hard on. And I got to tell you, long term here, we want to grow our food business area, our food cluster, because, when you think about economic development, everybody's got to eat. So the more food businesses that we can attract and support in our area, the stronger our economy is going to be. So a lot more in that arena. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. I want to talk a lot here about talent. I mean, we've talked about it a lot, but we did a lot of activities in the past month or so to focus in the talent arena. So I wanted to cover a few areas there. maybe some new things. And we do have some of our talent partners on the phone too, so I'd certainly welcome any comments you all have. We continue to be bombarded with job requests, people hiring, trying to find people. It still remains a big challenge. So we remain very committed to trying to do some different things. And actually, I want to lead off with a new talent attraction resources guide that we put together that hopefully you received by email. Brent, do you want to talk about that?
Sure. Just real briefly, there are a lot of different programs and resources out there that are working to address the talent issue. So what we've done is just tried to compile them all into one place. What you'll see on the form is just sort of broken down by category, some of those resources that are out there and who you can reach out to begin accessing them. I know Justin has sent that out to everyone. If you have any questions, if you want any more background information on some of the programs, there's not a lot of explanation on the sheet just because there are so many resources available. We didn't have the space to really explain all of them. But get a hold of one of the members of staff and we'll happily kind of give you some background on who some of those folks are if you want some more information before making a connection.
And we did a webinar on that as well. And that's also on our YouTube page, I believe, Brent.
Yes, it is.
Yep. So it's really broken down into the categories, what our organization can do, what our partners can do, our education partners, workforce partners, media partners, things like that. So just once again, trying to put it all in sort of a one-sheeter that our companies can utilize. Along with that, another thing we did a webinar on, and our friends at Michigan Works, I don't know if we have anyone from Michigan Works on the call, but they have their big Going Pro training fund application period open right now. This is a $27 million statewide pot of money to help companies with upskilling employees. We did a webinar with Ty Kraus. Many of you know Ty. Chris Schuler we work with a lot too over at Michigan Works. So they're helping companies through the application process right now. You can get up to $1,500 per employee for training programs. So that video is also on our YouTube page. And if you're interested in any training, let us know. Along with that, there's a lot here. Apprenticeships. Jody, you were on a webinar regarding apprenticeships. Do you want to talk about that?
I was. Actually, they covered a lot of the same things, the Going Pro, and basically just really reinforced that every region in Michigan has a person that you can contact. And I'm trying to think of the name, Justin, for here in Shiawassee County.
Wanda Bigelow.
Wanda Bigelow. She actually was one of the speakers on the webinar, but they asked people to reach out and contact them if you're interested in an apprenticeship because they offer very customized programs. So if you work with them, they will work to customize a program for your specific business that will meet your needs. So you're training somebody who is going to stay with you for a while. You're giving them the skills that they need. So it's a very good program, and like I said, very customizable. So if you reach out to Wanda Bigelow, she would be able to help you set something up specific to your business.
Great. Another item, Brent, I'm going to come back to you on this one because you're working on this. We're working on developing a jobs board on our website. Do you want to touch on that?
Sure. So we are working right now with AZ Business Solutions. They're actually in the process of building out the back end as we speak. I've been seeing some test emails for the system come across over the last day or so. But we're going to be offering an opportunity for Shiawassee County employers to have sort of their own dedicated county-focused version of Indeed. Just a place where you can post your jobs that are available, and it gives us the opportunity, as we've been for the last probably couple of years at this point, promoting openings via social media. While that's been pretty effective, it's not the most efficient way to go. So this is the next step of that, to really put them all in one place and really get the most eyes on them. So for the employers who are interested in participating, I'm hoping you'll see a communication from us probably in the next week or two to get on the website and set up your account and then start filling your job openings. And we'll be going live hopefully sometime in mid-December.
And once again, not meant to replace anything that's out there, but just to give another connection point for some of these job opportunities to try to create awareness for folks. So we've had a good partnership here with AZ Business Solutions right here in our building in the Armory. And so look for more on that. Another item that we're making some progress on that I'm excited about is in the area of childcare. So you've heard us talk about it before, but the update is the process has started in engaging employers in an assessment of their employees about their childcare needs. So the idea here being, we all know that childcare is an issue. We need more of it. We need more affordability of childcare. I know we have some partners on the call today that are very interested in possibly doing more in that arena, but we need to understand what that specific need is. We need data to drive that decision making. So what we're doing, we've actually engaged with a group called KinderCare. They're actually a national firm that is, they have childcare facilities all over the country. And these are the kind of things they do. They help communities understand market needs. And there is a possibility that they could actually open a facility here. But this information will be available to existing providers in Shiawassee County, as well as possible startup childcare entrepreneurs. And the idea being that we need more employer engagement in childcare. You know, my ultimate hope here is businesses do more and look to do more investing in childcare. For example, offering childcare as a benefit, as an employee benefit, to be able to attract people to come to work or stay at the business. So we've actually had, I think, 6 conversations now with larger employers in the community about what their needs are. They are going to actually be surveying their folks, but we're also going to be doing a community survey starting after Thanksgiving. So that window between Thanksgiving and Christmas, after a holiday, before a holiday, we thought was the best time to do that. And so it will be electronic, it'll be, online. And we'd very much appreciate if you have any interest in childcare for your business, for yourself, to do that. Because really, at the end of the day, we're trying to create that market demand, a quantifiable demand that will justify more investment in childcare offerings in Shiawassee County. So more to come on that, but we all know it's a huge issue, and it's gotten even more so with the virtual schooling. And I know we have some educator friends in the call today. I just want to give a shout out to all of them. We're all going through a difficult time right now, but the work that they're doing to help our kids get through this, we know how tough it is with virtual schooling. I just want to thank them. We have a lot of great local education partners we work with. So please know that we recognize your challenges and we support you however we can. We're a minute over, but I'm going to keep going. Feel free if you have to jump off. A few other items, though, not related to talent. We have engaged with our friends at Coveted Eyes. Many of you know Coveted Eyes. They're the largest technology company in Shiawassee County. They're up to 225 employees. They do something called business model canvassing. It's a great way for people, organizations, businesses to think about your operation, think about ways to grow your customer base. And basically, they are able, because of how their system works, how their business works, they are able and wanting to bring that opportunity for training to all of our local stakeholders at no cost to people. So once again, you probably saw some emails on this. We had a couple of lunches for folks to learn about what this is. It was well received. We had a number of participants that gained value from it, but we're going to do more, offer more opportunities. In fact, Greg Klapko and I, we're going to talk about some potential SEDP chamber collaboration in hosting another one of these trainings. So I would encourage anyone, if you want to get engaged, I mean, once again, this is the top tech company in our county, one of our biggest employers, and they use this to grow their operations. So there's some real good nuggets of wisdom on that. A couple of other things, we actually hosted a couple of events, one in person, one was a webinar. We had the Great Lakes Regional Administrator from the Small Business Administration here, Rob Scott, a couple weeks ago. Some of you were there for that. Really good information on the different funding programs through SBA, the PPP program, the EIDL program, some of the other ones out there. Had some really good market intelligence to share with all of us. I know we've got some lenders on the phone. I know you guys have been working very hard to help companies with SBA funding throughout this entire time. So that was really, really good information. I think, you know, the big thing right now, we know what a lot of the programs are out there. The question is there going to be more? Is there going to be more stimulus? Is there going to be another bite at the apple possibly for the Paycheck Protection Program? To be determined. I do sense that is probably going to happen at some point, if not in the next couple of months, certainly over the wintertime period. And I think it's definitely going to be needed, some type of funding for businesses as they work to get through this crisis. So we have a great contact now, though, at the Small Business Administration. So if you have any SBA questions on PPP or EIDL or anything else, please definitely let me know. We'd be happy to get you in touch with Rob. Item that we just held actually yesterday on was exporting. So maybe a few of you on the call, your business does exporting or you've thought about exporting. We have some resources available at the state and federal level to be able to help you get into international sales. And yes, international does include Canada too. A lot of people forget about Canada, which is probably the easiest one to sell to. So we really look at it as an opportunity to diversify the customer base for some of our companies. And it can be very scary to try to sell internationally. So that's what these folks are there for at the state and federal levels, to help our small businesses navigate through that. So yet again, we taped the webinar, and we're going to be putting that up on our YouTube page today. And then two other things real quick. We are applying for a public infrastructure grant through the Economic Development Administration. Brent, do you want to talk about that?
Well, just to make it real brief, some funding was made available through the CARES Act for EDA to fund infrastructure projects. So we are working with the city of Perry and Perry Township on possibly putting together an application to make some investments in the water distribution system down there.
Yep. So more to come on that. But you know, that's an area, you know, as we look to the future and want to develop more property into industrial, commercial, residential, having necessary infrastructure is critical. And this is a potential way to solve a water, I don't want to call it a water shortage because they have water, but a water infrastructure shortage down there. We don't have enough available water lines and capacity in the Perry area. So hopefully we can get that funding and move forward. And then the last thing I want to mention, and we are actually going to have an opportunity for you to engage with them. We actually have a new liaison to the governor's office that's representing Shiawassee County. So obviously in a time of great uncertainty, wanting to understand, you know, what the orders are from the governor, what the safety protocols are, you know, all the questions out there. We're very blessed to have a new person that is going to be our direct connection, our direct access to the governor's office. His gentleman's name is Gary Jones. Very nice man. I talked with him last week, was actually on our SEDP board call on Monday this week, and we are going to get him connected to all of you. So if you or any of your stakeholders want a direct line of access to the governor's office, Gary's going to be your guy. So we're going to be getting that information out. And as I said, we'll have a a chance for you to speak with them, we'll get them on a call here, I believe, next week. So with that, boy, it's a lot of stuff. I talk real fast and we're over time. Does anyone have any questions? We covered a lot of ground right there. Any questions, comments, observations from anybody on the call?
I have a quick question. I'm new. Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of people on here. And do I get some kind of directory as to some of this information of people that I might want to reach out to or not? Is that possible, or is that something that's normally given, I guess? Because for once, I kind of would like to talk to Greg from the Chamber of Commerce for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's start with that. Greg, do you want to give Gail your contact information?
Certainly. It's let me give you my email address. It's G Klapko, KLAPKO at ShiawassieChamber.org. And I'm going to give you my cell phone number. Feel free to call me, 989-666.
One quick, 989.
666 4836.
Thank you.
Yes. And if,
no, go ahead, Greg. Yeah.
Just if I could make a really quick
plug. Go. Yeah, please.
You know, tis the season, right? People are buying gift certificates and such. And I just wanted to get a quick plug in for Shia Cash. I know that, Justin has mentioned that before, but, obviously in these tough times for our small businesses, it's a great way to support them. Maybe pick up a gift certificate for your employees. And if you'd like to be a participating merchant, please visit the ShiawassieChamber.org website, and all the information will be right there for you. So thanks for letting me get a little plug in for that.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. That's a great program. It's a great central way to help, obviously support our small businesses. Could be a great employee Christmas gift, right, Greg? To give that to your employees.
Exactly. That was my thought. Exactly. Good time to make the plug because we know that employers are spending somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 to 3% of their payroll on holiday gifts, sales incentives, and employer recognition. So this is a great way to spread those dollars to our local businesses here in Shiawassee County.
Yep. And then thanks, Greg. And then Gail, to your other point, I know Jody Brent. Can you talk about, this is actually a really good question, Gail. Can you talk about availability of our investor directory that we can share, or how we can disseminate that information of our member contacts?
Brent, you currently have a link on the website, correct?
So there is a full list available on our website. It doesn't come with any contact information, but if you review that and see any organization you want to plug into, you can just give us a call and we'll let you know how to make contact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's broken down by sector, right? By different industry type?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then Greg, I know the chamber has a similar directory as well online, broken down by industry type.
Correct. Yeah, it's in the and actually that mailing just went out in it's the Find It guide. You'll find a lot of information in there, and that was in the distributed across the county via the Independent this weekend.
Yep. And and once again, I always want to make sure everyone's aware. The offer stands. If you want to connect with any business, government, school, whatever, please be in touch. That's what we're here to do. Is to make connections for you to people in the community. So, I've had conversation with some of you hey, who do I talk to over at that business? We're happy to do that for you. I mean, that's what one of our big value propositions is as an organization, is making these connections. So, thanks, Gail. Any other comments or questions from anybody? And I will tell you, we are, oh, did I hear somebody? Okay, must have been feedback. And we are working on a number of other projects right now, all in different phases. In general, I won't go into specific names right now. They're a little too preliminary, but still have some manufacturing expansions. We're doing a lot in the area of housing. I've talked about that a lot before. We've got some nice things percolating there. And, you know, we're still seeing great deal flow. So I still remain very optimistic about the future. The number one issue out there, obviously, helping companies fill their vacant positions. But yeah, things despite the pandemic are still fundamentally good. So I guess with that, I'll put out one more call to the group. If anyone has anything, jump in now. Hey, well, hopefully we ran over our time. Normally, we like to take 30 minutes, but you know, we ran over. But I do want to thank you all for making time. You know, once again, we try to do this to give you a little bit of networking, a little bit of information. Hopefully, it was worth your 40. And as always, if you need anything, feel free to get a hold of us anytime. Shoot us an email or give us a call. We're happy to help. So, with that, thank you, everybody, and have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Justin.
Thanks.